Good afternoon, guys. My name is Alina Shaltsova. I'm an immigration attorney from New York. In today's live, we will be discussing the most interesting recent immigration news. I'm going to talk to you about the work permits and travel permits. We will discuss a little bit TPS and its benefits. It's very, very important. And we're going to talk about removal proceedings. So please join me. If this is your first time, welcome. Do not forget to share this video, like it, so more people will be able to join us. And most importantly, type up where you're watching from and your questions, because in the end of my presentation, I will be happy to answer some of your questions. I am very happy to be able to do it for you. I'm trying to do it at least once a week, so that those of you who just have a small question will always have the opportunity to ask. And maybe my answer will be helpful. I surely hope so. You let me know. So thank you very much for joining. Again, don't forget to let me know where you're watching from and hit that like button so that we're going to have more and more people joining us. And let's start. You may be aware that USCIS started to issue 5-year work permits. Now, if you're filing to renew your work permit, or if you're filing for the work permit for the first time after September 27th, 2023, instead of 1 or 2-year work permits in certain categories, you're going to receive a 5-year work permit. This is true for such popular categories such as C8 for those who are waiting for their asylum, C9 for those who are waiting for their adjustment of status, C10 for those who filed for cancellation or removal and also waiting, and some other categories. But recently, we found out that not only USCIS is going to give now 5-year work permits, they will be giving 5-year travel permits as well. So those 5-year travel permits will be either issued as a combo card, if you qualify for that, or as a separate document. Now, if it is issued as a separate document, make sure you keep it in the right shape, because this paper sort of authorizations may really suffer if you go abroad and have to, take it out and put it in multiple times. But I think overall it's a great news. Now it will avoid waiting times and periods of times when you cannot travel. You will have longer availability to travel. So I think overall it's a very good thing that USCIS is offering. Of course, you can share your thoughts here and let me know what you think. Another important thing, and I had a little video about this, that's on October 26, 2023, in about 7 days, so USCIS will no longer give you 540 days automatic extension when you're filing to renew your work permit. It's extremely important to know that. Every day I have clients calling me and saying, my work permit expired, I still have not received my renewal. But most people who were filing to renew their work permits recently enjoy this a year and a half automatic renewal for their work permits from the date when the work permit was supposed to expire, if they submitted for the renewal before the expiration of their work permit. Extremely, extremely important. So on October 26, 2023, this extra long extension of 540 days is set to expire. And if you file your renewal 1 day late, you're only going to receive 180-day automatic extension. USCIS did say that they're trying to speed up the consideration of the work permits to have a target time from 30 to 90 days. But currently, some work permits renewals are pending for 16 months, almost a year and a half. So I think you will need that extra time, at least for now. And if you are up for renewal, do not miss that deadline. Now, I'm moving to my next point, dismissal in court. What's happening in court? Well, guys, what's happening in court is that court doesn't want you there for the most part if you're not a priority. If you did not commit any crimes, if you do not present danger to public safety, courts and prosecutors do not want you in court because they have 2.5 million plus cases and they need room and time for the cases which are considered to be a priority. So now, when you go to court for that hearing, you may be offered to have your case dismissed. And this is something I wanted to talk to you about because I ask about prosecutorial discretion all the time. Well, prosecutorial discretion is not a separate relief that you can file for. It's rather measures that the prosecutor assigned to your case may undertake not to fight your case till the end. For example, the prosecutor, in his or her discretion, may agree to dismiss your case, to administratively close your case, or to agree with your attorney on certain points of your case. Sometimes the prosecutor can agree to reopen your case. So that's what the prosecutorial discretion is, and it's not a separate relief. But before you agree to any of these measures, you have to know the consequences of those measures. For example, if you administratively close your case, you are still in removal proceedings, but you can keep your work permit. Very, very important. If you dismiss your case, if your case is dismissed, your work permit dies. And then you either can refile your case with USCIS, which is true for certain asylum cases that can be closed in court, and then refiled with USCIS. Or maybe you have a new relief available, which also can be filed with USCIS, or you may be stuck without any status in the United States. So before you agree to dismissal, you should consult with your attorney and understand the consequences of that dismissal. Sometimes I receive phone calls from people who months later understood that no longer they will have that work permit, and they're not the ones working for themselves, meaning that they need the work permit to support themselves and their children in the United States, but they agreed on dismissal. I feel that dismissal is appropriate only if you have very small chance of winning your case, okay? Or if you do not want to take on chances of losing your case. Of course, every person and situation is different, but you just have to understand the consequences. It's very, very important. Finally, my lecture is almost over. I wanted to let you know that the United States resumed deportations to Venezuela. What does it mean? Well, unfortunately, it means that you can be next. If they resume deportations to Venezuela, which they said they will not be deporting people to, any other country that was on that list is subject to be next, right? So you need to have a plan as to what is it and how is it you may potentially defend yourself from potential deportation. Usually, it's relevant for people who already have removal orders. Remember, the government just doesn't come and grab you from your bed and sends you on a plane. They have to give you a chance to defend yourself. You have due process rights, even if you are an undocumented person. You have to go through the court system, and if you lose your case, or you don't show up to the court system, you're going to have that removal order. And then, of course, when the order gets executed, that's when you are getting deported. But guess what? Many people would qualify for TPS, especially if they're from Venezuela. So what happened? Why those people did not file for TPS? It's either they missed the deadline or they are disqualified. They are found to be firmly resettled in a different country. they have certain criminal convictions committed in the United States, and perhaps there are some grounds of inadmissibility that were not waived for them. This would be the usual reasons why one would not qualify for TPS, temporary protected status. But if you are from one of those countries that were recently designated or redesignated for TPS, please apply. I'm referring to people from Venezuela, I believe Cameroon, I believe Ukraine, Haiti. Guys, don't lose your chances. Don't take those chances on removal orders. Now also you need to know that there is a class action settlement when you have TPS. Even if in the past you had a removal order, you can travel overseas and come back. And if now, after coming back, you have a chance of getting a green card, perhaps because you have an immediate relative, US citizen spouse, you are their immediate relative, the prosecutor is most likely going to agree to reopen that order of removal and have it dismissed, erased, so that it opens paths for you for that green card. So remember, you have options. Remember, don't take up the chances of getting deported. Use all available options to protect your status in the United States. And now, if you guys have questions, I will be happy to answer them. Hi, True Wisdom. We still have, I have a third question. Yes, I remember your question from last week as well. So let's highlight it. Now, hi Lena, hope you're well. I have my I-130 now and my US citizen daughter. Is it possible to file for a tourist visa while I'm waiting in Mexico? Great question. Is it possible to file? Absolutely. Anybody can file for a visa to come to the United States, but will it be approved? I would say that 95% of those visas, when you already have an immediate relative petition filed for you, not going to be approved. That said, there are situations when the government will give the visa to your relative if you, or rather your relative, will truly convince them that they're only coming to visit. But it's hard to do in this situation because you have to show for a non-immigrant visa that you do not have that non-immigrant intent. Hi, Caesar. Thank you very much. Hi, Anvar. Hi, Peter. Hi, Peter. When does the USCIS cash the check used in making payment for change of status from F1 to R1? When do they cash the check? I guess, well, you see, I'm not sure when they do it now, but there are rules about that. I believe under the rules, USCIS has to cash the check within 72 hours after they received your application and they did not reject it. Now there are some delays, but generally speaking, if you are changing status from, you filed an application for change of status, they should cash your check pretty quickly after they received your package, provided that they did not reject it, okay? I would say within 2 weeks for sure. I did not have any delays with that, more than 2 weeks. Can you register for DV lottery with overstaying your visa? Yes, you can. The question will be, if you win the lottery, will you be able to use that win somehow? And it will depend on different things. What visa you overstayed? Is it a tourist visa? Then probably not. No. If it's a J1, F1 duration of status visa and you did not accumulate unlawful presence, by leaving the United States, you will be able to get, most likely, if other grounds of inadmissibility will not apply, you should be able to get the DV lottery immigrant visa. So consult with an attorney, but anyone can play. Hi, Abdul. I am from Ghana. I want to study cybersecurity in Quebec for 2 years. All right, so Quebec is in Canada. We're in the United States here. We're boring people. So I'm not sure how to answer your question. I'm so sorry. Hi, Sanka. I had been in the United States on a supervision release. I applied adjustment of status for my wife and kids, but denied any remedy for solution for me. You had You applied for adjustment of status, the supervised release. Any solution for me? Are you a U.S. citizen and you had some sort of a criminal past? Is that what we're dealing with here? I need more information. There is only one situation when, well, there are more actually, but one common situation when a petition by a U.S. citizen for an alien relative is not going to be approved. That would be Adam Walsh Act. Adam Walsh Act. Another situation, perhaps there are two, when the petition is not going to be approved, provided that you have a real marriage, is that if your beneficiary is subject to 204C ground of inadmissibility. All right, so I will need more information to find out what exactly is going on. Hi, Dita. What do you think? Will processing time improve for VAWA? Is getting longer by the months? I would disagree with you here. So it is very long, but I would say it's getting shorter. My recent cases were approved faster, so perhaps if you filed some time ago, it feels like forever. But the processing times, guys, generally speaking, are improving little by little. So yes, I think they will improve. Hi, Tristan. I was assaulted by my ex and I want to sue him. He previously owed 500,000, which I helped him pay off. Now that we are divorced, can I still get the money back? That would be an excellent question for a family lawyer. I'm not. Now, if you were assaulted by your ex and you can sue him, what do you want to sue him for? If for that money, that unfortunately not an immigration question. But if you do not have immigration status and you were assaulted by your ex, you may qualify for a U visa if you have a police report and were cooperative. Unfortunately, as an immigration lawyer, I have limitations as to what I can do for you in such a sad situation, really. Hi, James. Hey, I have a US passport from when I was young, but never got my green card. Do I need it? No. Why would you need your green card if you have a US passport? US passport is like a better thing to have. It's like a better price, right? So no, you don't. If you are curious for some reason as to your background, and if you've ever had a green card, some people never had a green card because they qualified for automatic citizenship through their parents, so they never actually saw the document. But you can always order a FOIA, Freedom of Information Act, and see what's happening there, okay? Well, technically, you were supposed to have it if you became automatic citizens through naturalization of your parents, but if you were born a US citizen, how did you acquire your citizenship? Not necessarily that you're going to have that. Hi, Ahmed. Hello from Bangladesh. Hey, can you please tell me when Chart A will move for F4 category? Let me grab my crystal ball. I don't have one. Listen, of course, I'm just joking. It is a very sad situation that in F4 category, we have not seen any significant movement for a very long time. When it's going to happen, guys, I really do not know. Maybe somebody from the Department of State does. And there are various predictions online by different attorneys. But if I had any predictions I could rely on, I would absolutely share with you. You're from Bangladesh, and unfortunately, you do not have such relief as humanitarian parole, which is available for nationals of certain countries. But if you guys stuck in this very long processing times, you need to look into whether your nationals of your country qualify for humanitarian paroles. I'm referring to programs such as U4U for Ukrainians, programs for people from Haiti, Venezuela, Nicaragua, Cuba. If not, family reunification program, not available to everyone, however. If not, is your F4 beneficiary, or rather would that person qualify for something that is moving faster, such as EB2 national interest waiver? Would they qualify for that? Because F4 category takes forever. And now I'm going to take my last question for today. Hi, Mohammed from Florida. Got U visa, bona fide status, and deferred action letter, and placed for waiting list for U visa issuance. Do you think I can get final U visas this immigration year? I do not know. I have no idea. I think those processing times a mystery. I'll be honest, especially with the U visa. How many visas they will be granting this year? How many are available? Will they release more visas? So I wouldn't make such a prediction. I cannot guess. I wish for you to qualify for it. It seems that you are on the right track, but will you get it? If I'd be completely honest with you, I would say that probably not. Probably not. But I don't want to disappoint you. I think there will be some significant time waiting for that visa just because of the great backlogs. But again, I do not know when you file for it. Maybe I'm wrong. Well, guys, thank you very much for watching. It was a pleasure as always. Please like and share this video. Do not forget to sign up for my channel if you have not done so. And next week, I hope to see you here again.